Welcome back to Celebroo, your ultimate destination for the uncensored truth behind celebrity scandals and explosive industry secrets. Today, we dive deep into one of the most jaw-dropping controversies in the world of fashion and entertainment, a scandal that pits the queen of high fashion herself, Anna Wintour, against the explosive legal battles of hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs. For decades, Anna Wintour has reigned supreme as the editor-in-chief of Vogue and the undisputed mastermind behind the Met Gala, shaping not only fashion, but also the very culture of celebrity. Her influence is legendary, able to make or break careers with a single nod of approval. But now, she's embroiled in a controversy that could topple empires. Despite the mounting evidence and damning allegations against Diddy, including accusations of assault, trafficking, and misconduct, Anna Wintour has remained eerily silent. Rumors are swirling that she might even be using her formidable power behind the scenes to protect him. Why would the woman who transformed the fashion world risk everything to shield a man now fighting for his freedom? And how deep do their ties run? Stay tuned as we peel back the layers of this scandal and reveal what might be the most shocking alliance in celebrity history. It might seem like an odd pairing at first glance. Anna Wintour, the austere, impeccably dressed arbiter of style, and Sean Diddy Combs, the larger-than-life music mogul known for his audacious persona and opulent lifestyle. Yet, history shows us that behind every headline and red carpet appearance, there lies a network of relationships that defy expectations. Back in the early 2000s, Diddy wasn't just a rap superstar, he was a visionary with ambitions that stretched far beyond music. Determined to break into the realm of high fashion, he launched his streetwear brand, Sean John, with the goal of transcending genres and reshaping the cultural landscape. At this crucial juncture, the legendary Anna Wintour stepped in. With her uncanny ability to sense potential and her unrivaled influence in the fashion industry, she provided him with the validation and exposure needed to cross over into the upper echelons of style. Anna not only featured him in Vogue, but also personally invited him to exclusive fashion events and the coveted Met Gala. With her nod of approval, Diddy's brand soared, and his image transformed from a gritty hip-hop icon to a polished, multifaceted entrepreneur. But as time went on, it became evident that their relationship was far more intricate than a simple business alliance. It was a powerful, symbiotic partnership that elevated both their statuses in an industry that thrives on exclusivity and influence. Diddy's rise to prominence wasn't solely built on record sales and blockbuster hits. Equally notorious were his infamous invite-only parties, events that became the talk of the town for all the wrong reasons. These weren't ordinary gatherings. They were extravagant, boundary-pushing soirees where Hollywood's elite mingled with the movers and shakers of the fashion world. It is widely rumored that Anna Wintour played a pivotal role in granting Diddy access to these high-stakes events. Sources from within the industry have revealed that her influence was instrumental in not only facilitating these parties, but also in ensuring that the guest lists featured only the most powerful and influential figures. The secretive nature of these events, combined with the explosive mix of celebrity and high fashion, created an environment where the lines between glamour and scandal blurred dangerously. As the parties grew more opulent and the allegations against Diddy began to surface, whispers emerged that Anna's involvement might have extended beyond mere attendance. Could her presence at these gatherings have been a calculated move to maintain control over the narrative, to keep Diddy's darker secrets under wraps? For insiders, the question remains, did Anna's unwavering support help to normalize and even conceal the behavior that is now coming back to haunt them both? In recent years, the glittering facade of Diddy's empire has started to crumble under the weight of explosive legal accusations. Multiple lawsuits have emerged, each alleging a litany of unspeakable crimes, from physical assault to trafficking and intimidation. The public's perception of the once untouchable mogul has shifted dramatically as damning evidence, including videos and insider accounts, has been thrust into the spotlight. Despite these staggering revelations, Anna Wintour has remained completely silent. When everyone expected a public condemnation from one of the most powerful voices in fashion, she offered no commentary. Instead, she maintained her distance, leaving fans and critics alike to wonder about her true motivations. Was her silence a protective measure for herself and the empire she built, or was it an implicit endorsement of Diddy's actions? Insiders whisper that Anna's reluctance to speak might be driven by a mix of fear and loyalty. Speaking out against Diddy could unravel years of carefully curated partnerships, not to mention expose her own involvement in the shadowy corners of these exclusive events. It's a delicate balancing act, one that might soon force her hand as the legal and public pressure mounts. The notion that Anna Wintour might be shielding Diddy is not an isolated claim. Recent reports from the Daily Beast have painted a picture of a broader network of celebrities who have, over the years, served as protective buffers for the troubled. Mogul, termed human shields, these individuals allegedly helped to divert attention away from Diddy's misdeeds and preserve his public image, even as the darker aspects of his behavior came to light. Names that have been mentioned in this controversial context include household names like Jennifer Lopez, who has shared the stage with Diddy during turbulent times, and the Kardashians, whose entanglements with the mogul have raised eyebrows. Across social media, even revered figures such as Oprah Winfrey and members of the British royal family have been linked, however tenuously, to this complex web of silence and complicity. The implication here is chilling. If Anna Wintour is indeed part of this protective circle, what does that say about the values and ethics of the upper echelons of the fashion world? Is the drive to maintain power so overwhelming that even the most celebrated icons are willing to overlook or actively cover up serious allegations? For the public, the idea that a revered figure like Anna could be complicit in preserving a tarnished image is a betrayal of the trust that millions have placed in her over the years. In an unprecedented move that sent shockwaves through the industry, Diddy was uninvited from the 2025 Met Gala. This wasn't just a rejection, it was a public statement from the institution that Anna Wintour helped shape. The Met Gala, known as the pinnacle of fashion and celebrity, has always been synonymous with glamour, exclusivity, and a meticulously curated image. To see Diddy removed from this event signals more than just a response to legal pressures. It represents a seismic shift in the power dynamics at play. For Anna, this move is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it appears to be a decisive action to distance herself from the controversy surrounding Diddy. On the other hand, it raises critical questions about her past actions. Has she finally decided to cut ties with a man whose alleged crimes have tarnished not only his reputation, but also the legacy of the glamorous parties she once endorsed? Or is this simply a calculated maneuver to appease public outrage while maintaining her hold over the fashion world? The fallout from this decision is already rippling across social media and traditional media outlets. Fashion insiders and legal analysts alike are dissecting the implications of Diddy's uninvitation, with many predicting that it could be the catalyst for even more explosive revelations about Anna's own involvement in his rise to power. As the pressure mounts, the once unassailable image of Anna Wintour is beginning to show cracks that could prove fatal if more damaging. Details emerge. For decades, Anna Wintour was the epitome of control, a woman whose every decision was meticulously planned and executed with flawless precision. But recent events have painted a picture of a person under siege, someone whose public persona is starting to unravel under the relentless scrutiny of both the media and the law. At the recent Paris Fashion Week, for the first time in years, Anna appeared visibly strained. Photographs and candid videos captured a side of her that was rarely seen, a leader who seemed almost weighed down by guilt and anxiety. Fans and critics speculated that the stress might be linked to the increasing pressure to address Diddy's scandal. Even those who had once revered her unyielding demeanor began to question, is this the same Anna Wintour who once ruled the fashion world? With an iron fist, insiders suggest that behind the scenes, Anna has been forced to make impossible choices. Balancing loyalty to a longtime ally like Diddy against the expectations of an industry and a public that demand accountability is a challenge few can manage. As whispers of internal power struggles grow louder, many are left wondering if the woman who once seemed untouchable might soon face a reckoning of her own. The unfolding drama between Anna Wintour and Diddy isn't just about two individuals. It's a microcosm of a much larger crisis. The fashion world, renowned for its glamour and exclusivity, is now being forced to confront uncomfortable truths about its own complicity in scandals and cover-ups. With the public's appetite for authenticity at an all-time high, the era of unquestioned celebrity influence is rapidly coming to an end. What happens next could redefine the very fabric of high fashion. As allegations continue to surface and legal battles intensify, The pressure is mounting on industry leaders to step up and make tough decisions. For Anna, the stakes are extraordinarily high. Not only is her legacy at risk, but the future of a fashion empire that has been built on decades of influence now hangs in the balance. Will she continue to protect her longtime ally at the cost of her reputation, or will the tide turn, forcing her to address the dark underbelly of the glittering world she helped create? Speculation abounds. Could we see a dramatic boardroom coup at Vogue? Will legal investigations force a full-scale review of the alliances that once defined an era? The answers remain shrouded in mystery, and as every new revelation unfolds, the pressure cooker environment of Hollywood and high fashion grows even more volatile. Beyond the immediate controversies and the barrage of accusations lies a deeper, more complex narrative. At its core, this scandal forces us to confront the paradoxes of power, loyalty, and ambition. Anna Wintour's silence is not merely a passive response. It's a calculated, albeit controversial, stance that raises fundamental questions about the price of influence. In an industry where secrets are currency and alliances are forged in the crucible of ambition, the relationship between Anna and Diddy becomes a case study in moral ambiguity. While Diddy's legal woes have exposed a litany of alleged crimes, the real story might lie in the networks that enabled them. Who gets to decide which truths are revealed and at what cost? And can we truly separate the glamour of high fashion from the hidden mechanisms that sustain its power? As viewers, we are left with more questions than answers. Each revelation peels back another layer of an intricate web of complicity and corruption, a web that touches not just Diddy and Anna, but an entire industry built on a delicate balance of power and public perception. So, what do you think? Is Anna Wintour the silent guardian protecting a troubled icon, or is her silence a desperate bid to preserve her own empire in the face of overwhelming scandal? Can the fashion world continue to thrive when its very foundations are built on secrets and selective accountability? We want to hear your thoughts. Drop your comments below and let us know where you stand on this explosive controversy. And if you haven't already, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an exclusive deep dive into the world of celebrity scandals, only here on Celebrew. This isn't just another celebrity story, it's a full-blown expose of the power plays that shape our cultural landscape. As the fallout continues and new evidence emerges, one thing is certain: the era of unquestioned influence is coming to an end. And every secret, no matter how deeply buried, is destined to see the light of day. Thank you for joining us on this wild ride. Until next time, stay curious, stay bold, and as always, stay tuned to Celebrew for the real stories behind the headlines. See you in the next one!